recording, start streaming. Welcome. It is the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show. Episode 127. Evan, what is going on?
What's happening, my friend?
Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot. It got hot again today.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, yesterday was cold. I was cold in the morning.
It almost was. I was out like walking around in the evening with the breeze. I'm like, this is almost a little chilly feeling because we've had the heat on, and I've been trying to go outside and subject myself to it, just like, you know, build my tolerance to it and everything. And
yeah, it's hard to do, man. Now here's Tanner. He's gonna start some shit.
On time.
What? Oh, God. All right. They see you, Tanner. Okay. All right. Now you got to go. I got to do this show. I don't think he's sleeping. So anyway, man, we're coming up on the 4th of July in 2 days. I can't believe it. That's like, that kind of reckons, you know, the middle of summer.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to that podcast page and it doesn't seem to be showing up. So I'm just asking. If everything's cool on your end, must be on my end.
I see it on my phone. So, and it says live.
Okay, I refreshed. There we be.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, you're all right. But, no, man, you know, shit, summer is, it's rolling on through.
Yeah, I like it.
I do, too. I'm not really a big heat guy anymore. I used to love the summer. Now I'm more of a spring and fall guy.
Oh yeah, but I mean, the winters just burn you out. The cold gets old, and I mean, as long as it's not too hot, I like the summer. I can handle the heat year round.
Hold on,
I get used to it. I like being out walking and enjoying nature. After 2 years of being cooped up inside, I'm like, you know, I'm trying to get out and walk and build my endurance. I was shuffling down the street like an old man. I'm like, these neighbors are gonna look at me like, man, that dude was sick, man. And now I'm like doing pretty good, you know.
Yeah. And I don't know what
I'll
I just
get on the
did.
bike and roll around a little bit. Nothing strenuous, but
I don't get it.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. I got something screwy.
I'm seeing your screen. There, it's gone.
Yeah, I know. I want it to pop up when I want it to. There we go. I just had some shit mixed up. We're all good now. But, oh, I was hoping I didn't close all my shit. So, yeah, man, 4th of July, Thursday, I actually get another holiday off where I'm paid for it. That's always
Awesome.
so nice. Paid holidays rock.
Oh, yeah.
Although, I don't like that you can't, it's hard to get overtime on those days. But see, Al finds a way. Because I worked 9.5 hours yesterday. I put in almost 9 today. I'll probably put in 9.5 tomorrow. I'll do the same on Friday, and then see if I can't go in and sneak about 5 hours in on Saturday. So I'll at least get 3-4 hours overtime.
Not bad. I think one of my favorite 4th of Julys, I was off work that day, paid, and I'm hanging around the house, and Sam across the street, he gets the grill out, and he starts cooking some ribs, and I get chatting with him. I mean, I'm doing things around the house. Me and Sam would talk. So anyway, Sam brings me over some ribs later on, a little paper plate of ribs, and they were chow. And then you came home from work, and you're like, you know what? I feel like cooking some ribs. I was like, that's awesome. So you cooked out some ribs. So that day I got paid. I didn't leave the house, and I ate killer ribs twice that day.
Yeah.
On a 4th of July. I'm
Man,
like, this is all right.
That's like heaven.
Yeah.
That's like heaven right there.
Barbecue twice in one day.
Yeah, me and Sam, we used to have some good little barbecue showdowns.
Mm-hmm.
But look, Carol wasn't no joke either in that kitchen, because she made me a lasagna, and I don't like lasagna. Listen, I don't mind pasta. I'm not a huge fan of it.
Same.
And I do not like red sauce. I love tomatoes. I'll eat a tomato right off the damn vine. But
Negative.
yeah, see, a lot of people are like that. But I just don't, I'm not a big fan of red sauce. Part of the reason I'm not a big pizza guy, and especially if it's a real saucy pizza, bleh.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I just, it's got to be light sauce, heavy on the cheese, and then whatever toppings.
And when it comes to lasagna, you got to have some good spicy Italian sausage in there to really give it some flavor and some pizzazz. Otherwise, it can be pretty bland. And boring.
And that cheese, I don't like the cheese that's in, what is that, ricotta cheese or some shit like that?
Typically. I don't know. I don't make it.
Yeah, I'm not a big, see, I'm not a lasagna guy. And maybe it's because my mom used to be married to this douchebag, and the only kind of meat this dude would eat is like red meat. So it was like ground beef all the fucking time. And it was like, now it's like, I'll have a hamburger every once in a while. But as far as anything cooked with ground beef, it's got to be like tacos or something like that. Because I don't like spaghetti. Like spaghetti and meatballs and shit like that. But, I think it's because I had it so much.
Yeah, spaghetti doesn't excite me at all. That's like my last thing I'd want.
Yeah, that's to me, I'd almost, if you offered me a plate of spaghetti and meatballs and like a pack of ramen noodles, I'd be like, what kind of ramen noodles are those?
And those are junk noodles too.
Yeah.
Those are not quality pasta.
And look, that is not beef or chicken or shrimp. Look, I've eaten shrimp ramen noodles 100 times. I've yet to see one shrimp.
It's that flavor. The key word is flavor.
Well, that flavor is just
salt.
Yeah, it's just another word for a lot of fucking salt.
Yeah, a salt packet.
But I ain't gonna lie.
Glorified salt packet.
Look, I can do some things with ramen noodles, man. When I first started off and I was on my own, I'd get ramen noodles. I'd cut up, go get a pack of Nathan's hot dogs, put hot dogs in it, hot sauce. Man, I will gourmet up some ramen noodles, dude.
Oh, hot dogs and ramen noodles. That's some. That's some poverty food. I hate to say that.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know how else to get around it though. I mean, that's kind of broke, dude. I mean, we've all done what we've had to do. I've been there too, you know.
oh, I tell you what, I ain't afraid to admit it now, but like 20 something years ago, I got in a little bit of trouble, and I missed a court date and shit, and I ended up. They wanted to put me on three. I did 2 years probation, and I got. I had a drug test on a Friday. I just taken one on a Wednesday. I'm working out of town. By the time I figure out I have to go back to Decatur, well, Fridays they only did the piss test at lunchtime. So I told them, I said, "Hey, I'm on my way, but I'm gonna be like 35 minutes late." She says, "Nope, don't bother. I'm gonna, I can't remember what she called it. I don't know. I had to go in front of the judge. A violation. I violated my probation. So I went in front of the judge, and I was getting ready to get off. I was like a week away from getting off probation. And they wanted me to do another 2 years probation. And I looked at my lawyer, and I whispered to him, and I said, "How much jail time?" And he looked at me and he goes, "What?" I said, "How much jail time?" I said, "Because I'm not doing another 2 years probation." I said, "Screw that." So they said 30 days. I ended up doing maybe 15. Every Sunday night, man, everybody would throw in ramen noodles, those big ass pickles, the sausages, the hot sausages, and they'd sit there and make this shit in a fucking garbage bag. Oh my God, dude. It was some of the best shit I ever ate. I even, there when I got out, I was only in there, I think I did 10 days because the jail was full. But when I came out, I wanted to cook that shit. I wanted to go to the store and get everything, and yeah. And then that lasted about a week, and then I was like, yeah, I ain't never going to fucking jail again.
Yeah, and screw this jail comfort food.
Yeah, but it was, but that's all you got to do in there,
Yeah,
Besides that,
do it
and
up.
worry about unwanted butt sex.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not like in the Goodfellas where they're sitting around and they got their own kitchen and
Yeah.
everything hanging out. It's not like that.
Yeah, it wasn't like that at all. I actually got a job while I was there. So, half the day I was in the kitchen anyway. And what you got it for working in the kitchen was an extra plate. But it got you
Nice.
out of, just sitting around and watching TV and smelling sweaty balls all day.
Yeah, keep you busy.
Kids, stay out of jail. And if you're
Oh, yeah.
grown and still going to jail, what the fuck is wrong with you? Man, I can't believe I go through that. My old hometown has a Facebook page uh, about the recent arrests. Man, I know somebody in there every time I scroll through there. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, Peoria has their commitment report. It's pretty funny to look through. But yeah, you're right. When you get older, like the line, what was that movie, Liar Liar? Stop breaking the law, asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, some people it's just like you're a repeat offender. They
Yeah.
haven't you learned yet? Kind of. Stop it.
You're
Stop.
right. And especially, look, you in your 20s and 30s. Look, you're okay. It's easy to get kind of caught up in some stuff. You're hanging out at bars. You're driving when you shouldn't be, and everything else. But if you're over 40, I feel if you go to jail over 40, you failed. It's time to get your shit straight, sit down, and figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, by 40 you should turn legit, kind of.
Yeah. You should have thought about, yeah.
Come clean, do a regular job, kind of just quit fucking around. You're 40, give it up. Whatever you're doing, the hood life, the thug life,
It ain't working.
the scheming, the scamming.
Oh man, I know I've kind of talked to you about it. Man, I got off in watching quite a few documentaries about the drill rap scene and how these young kids are pretty much joining gangs and shit and killing each other. And there was another one in Florida, at 26 years old. Just, yeah, I'm like, God, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Is it? This was another rapper gunned down? Or
Yeah. What? Yeah. Julio Fulio was his name. But he did a song where he is at the graveyard. And, like, he's got a guy that he's going back and forth with. And, the one guy got shot, and the three of his guys died. One of them was his blood brother, and they had went out to eat on his birthday. Car pulled up, sprayed the car. They take off. Oh, Mark Hoffman. Yes, I did see that, Mark. We'll talk about that in a second. So anyway, this guy goes and does a music video at the damn graveyard and setting the pictures on fire and everything else. It's like, man, why would you do that? I mean, I don't know. And a lot of these kids and shit are fighting over like blocks and neighborhoods. And yeah, that don't make no sense. I grew up on
Now we got all these illegals coming in, and they're going to be fighting over blocks and territories too. They're getting that in some big cities.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, that's a little off subject. Though. Go ahead.
No, you're right. Because I mean, it's poor, underdeveloped communities that shouldn't be. We pay enough taxes where there should not be any, That's why I always tell everybody we got to start watching these politicians' pockets. We got to watch. There's a lot of things that has to be stopped with all of them. They shouldn't be able to make policy like on these green batteries and then go and buy a bunch of battery stock. That's illegal. That's insider trading. That's what they put Martha Stewart and Wesley Snipes in jail for.
Yeah, and these guys are making, what is it, $168,000 a year, whatever, and they've got families, and the next thing you know, they're multimillionaires.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But there was and I did not watch it, the first presidential debate. I heard it was a clown show.
I walked in, and it was on TV for a couple minutes. They asked a question, and I'd heard that they said that they were giving him the questions ahead of time. And they asked Biden a question, and immediately he went into, it was just like a programmed thing. Like anybody at 80 years old, if you ask them this loaded question, they would be like, all right, let me take this in and, think. But it was immediately almost before she stopped talking, or the person stopped talking, the question was out of their mouth. I mean, he was almost like spitting it out almost. And I'm like, wow, this is just, and it was so hard to, to listen to him, to understand him.
Yeah.
And and then Trump's rebuttal, and no, I didn't watch it. I'm like, okay, they're giving him the questions ahead of time. This is just a big show. What's the
Yeah.
point?
Well,
They're just doing it because they have to.
well, here's the part that upset me, because now you have these news organizations that lean left, but now they're acting shocked. And it's like, come on, man, this is the same dude we've had for 3 years. And y'all have to act shocked because you've been carrying the water for the dude and kind of bumping him up when we all
now
knew.
we really get a taste of his decline. Watching him, I'm thinking this guy was the guy that, was it 2-3 years ago, they had him on a mountain bike with toe clips. Remember when he fell off that bike? I'm like, this guy was riding a mountain bike with toe clips just a couple years ago, and then I saw the clip of him walking him off the stage, and he's just helping him down the stairs, shuffling. I'm like, there's a major decline here, and they can't hide it anymore. And man, most debates, you go on Facebook, the different web pages, because I'm on, a lot of, both sides. You have to, otherwise you just get fed one side of everything. And I'm like, man, the liberals are not trying to pretend.
No,
that
you can't. It's out.
Situation. It's
right. And
usually they pick a side and try to just argue it, but this time they're just like, okay, everybody has a bad night, like, woo, we got troubles here.
Look,
wow, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it really is. Which I can tell you already, and I don't give a fuck if you get mad or not, but I'll probably vote for Jill Stein again.
Are we going to have another independent?
Yeah, Jill Stein's
I'm all
running.
about it.
Yeah,
if she's going to run, I hate to do it, but I will vote for her again.
I'm not comfortable, with. Here's my issue. These are the best motherfuckers we got in this country.
No,
we ain't got no. And look, we got to get rid of these.
They're the two biggest puppets.
Yeah, and I mean, look. They both have been in control for how long? There's been times where it's just been Democrats running it. There's been times where it's just been Republicans. Some. Sometimes we get a little bit more, a couple more dollars in our pocket. Sometimes we don't. But they have never done anything to help the working man and woman that keep this country running. Both sides, they just fuck us.
No, the middle class has been blowing out over the last 30 years, and no, neither is on our side. We often say that they're two wings of the same bird. It's more like two lanes of the same highway.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? I mean, everything in your life, all the change in my life of 53 years, it's just been a continuous trajectory. I don't know how you can say anything has really changed in my life based on the president.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
Our loss of freedoms, our income going down. You look at a chart over the last 30, 40 years of rent versus wages.
Yeah.
I mean, it has nothing to do with the president. It's linear.
And let me tell you one thing right now. If you hear the words out of anybody's mouth up until this election, it's a threat to our democracy. That means they do not have an answer for anything else.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You cannot run a campaign on fear. And they did it before. It's not going to work this time. People are smartening up and saying, hey, look, you're saying it's a threat to democracy when I'm working and 40% of my check is going, actually more than 40. If you really add up what the government takes out of your check, every time you turn a dollar, the government, when you make the dollar, the government takes a percentage of it. When you go and spend that dollar, the federal government and your state government takes a percentage of it. Then at the end of the year, the money that you've already been taxed on, you have to pay taxes on it.
It's crazy.
And yet I'm supposed to either be a Republican or a Democrat. Fuck that.
No, it's just the two parties that, keep us arguing back and forth and act like we're doing something and we're not. And eventually, I mean, me years ago, I just looked at this and I want out of this. I'm not into either party.
Yeah.
Neither represents me. And if we keep doing this whole left versus right, like I said, it's the same. It's two lanes of the same highway. You're going the same place. You might get there a little faster or a little slower, but we're heading the same direction.
Right.
We've got to turn around somehow.
Well,
we need to find an exit ramp and we need to stop.
It's not going to happen until people quit referring to themselves as Republicans, Democrats, left wing, right wing, and start fucking calling yourself what you are, and that's an American. And we are a country.
Mike A's a libertarian.
Yeah. We are a country. We should have borders. There isn't a country that doesn't have borders. And I'm sorry, when I see our young children being attacked and our women being killed and shit like that, and it's from an illegal that's been here that should have been deported 5-6 years ago, that pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
Are there good people coming over to try to better themselves? Yes. But guess what? There's other people in Europe that are trying to come over. There's people in Canada that are trying to come over. There's people in Japan and Taiwan that want to come over. We cannot just open up a border and say, come on in.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's for political reasons, them people that are doing that, I'm sorry, like our governor, J.B. Pritzker, that is allowing immigrants to get driver's licenses, which will also probably they will be allowed to vote eventually.
Be police officers.
Right.
What the fuck?
That's against the law, man. I mean, he's committing treason. Whether you like it or not, that's what he's doing. He's not following the laws. But I'm sorry we got off on politics. I hate to do that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Chris Rogers, Allen for President 2025. I think that's 24.
I wouldn't want that job.
No, I wouldn't either. I'd go to like the Bahamas and rule with an iron fist from over there. I did want to tell you, I don't know if you saw this. I saw it on the news. But there was a dude that had a court date. And it was for driving on a suspended license. And he calls in on a Zoom call. And he's fucking driving.
Yeah.
He's like, hold on, let me park. And you can just see the judge like, are you freaking kidding me?
It must be entertaining to be a judge. The stuff they see all the time.
Oh, my God. Tell me you're not stupid without telling me you're not stupid.
I mean, my cousin that's a lawyer, he's had some stories. But, I mean, years ago when Limp Bizkit was popular, he was in divorce court, and this guy showed up with a shirt. He's in divorce court that says, I did it all for the nookie.
Great.
Shows up in court dressed like that. He's like, oh, my God, what is wrong with these people? Yeah, you see some crazy things.
Yeah, you kind of, I mean, I got some funny shirts. I mean, I got one that says, Jesus loves you, but the rest of us think you're an asshole.
But you don't wear it to court.
No.
No.
I got one that has 2 thumbs and says, this guy needs a beer. I'm not wearing that to court. I'm not going to court unless it's to testify.
I don't know. Look your best. Try to grow up and look your best. It'll help you in the long run, maybe.
You should. Evan, I found this, and there's some of them we know already, so we'll go through this pretty quick. 21 useless pieces of information to help make friends. So, Evan, when you're at the Walmarts, I want you to just go up and spit a handful of these, and you're going to have a best friend.
Because that's how you make friends. Huh?
It
Just load
is.
them up with facts, and they'll think you're smart, and they want to hang
Yes.
with you.
Now we've done some of these. I'll skip them. Iceland is the only country in the world with no mosquitoes.
Really?
Yeah, I hate Iceland.
I'm moving there.
We did that one. The shortest war in history was only 38 minutes. Evan, for $1, what is a group of flamingos called?
I don't know, a gaggle or something. I have no idea.
Flamboyance.
Flamboyance?
Yes. That is where we get the word flamboyance.
It's not just flamingos, huh?
Yeah. Honey never spoils. We knew that. Tomatoes are technically fruits, not vegetables.
I've been saying that my whole life. It never made sense for it to be a vegetable. Vegetables grow in the ground and fruits grow on trees, you know. It doesn't make sense. Of course it's a fruit.
They develop from the ovary of a flower and contain seeds.
Yeah, and they're juicy like a fruit.
Yeah. The dot.
Finally.
The dot over the letter I, Evan. Do you know what that is called?
The dot.
A tittle.
Really? There's
Yeah.
a term for that?
Yeah. Tittle. Tittle.
I'll be dipped.
The world's smallest mammal is a bumblebee bat, also known as a Kitty's hognose bat, which is about the size of a bumblebee.
Really?
Well,
That is a small mammal. That's amazing.
Man, that would suck to get chased by a bunch of bats like that. Maine is the only state in the United States with a one-syllable name.
Really?
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah. The world's largest mosaic floor is located in the Cathedral of, I ain't going to be able to pronounce that, Orvieto in Italy.
I was going to say Italy.
Yeah.
Man, I had to look up tittle. You're right.
I know.
Point or small sign used as a critical mark in writing or printing. Yeah,
Yeah.
a very small part. I had to look it up. I had to call. I had to make sure.
Why would I lie to you about something like a tittle?
I'll never doubt you again.
You better not. I think we did this one, but it still makes me laugh. The national animal of Scotland is the unicorn.
So basically, they don't have one.
The word nerd was first coined by what author, Evan? What children's author?
Oh, children's author. Who's the Cat in the Hat guy? I'm thinking Charles Schultz, but that was Peanuts.
Yeah.
You
got
the
it.
Cat in the Hat guy.
You got it.
Yeah.
You don't remember his name?
Thinking,
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. That's it.
Yeah.
I got a cousin, Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, the word nerd was coined by Dr. Seuss in If I Ran the Zoo.
And then the candy came out, huh?
Yep. Slugs have 4 noses.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, damn. The longest recorded hailstorm lasted how many hours, Evan?
36.
7. But still 7 hours of hail? Shit.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a lot. That could do some damage, depending on the size of it. That's pretty good. 7 hours. That is a long time.
Man, that happened here in the USA. Vivian, South Dakota. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. That's probably over there by the Badlands and shit. So, the next one, a jiffy is an actual unit of time.
Really?
Yeah, equivalent to 1/100th of a second. I'll be there in a
Really?
yeah. So next time somebody tells you I'll be there in a jiffy, you tell them to stop lying to you.
I'm gonna time you.
Dolphins sleep with one eye open.
Yeah, I think so. I've heard that. So fish, they sleep like half their brain at a time. They can close one eye and sleep half their brain, and close the other eye and sleep the other half of their brain.
Wow.
It's something funky like that. Fishes or sharks? I don't know. We're going back to grade school knowledge.
A snail can sleep for 3 years.
Hold my beer.
I never wanted to be a snail so bad. The longest
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, no shit. The longest English word without a vowel is TWYNDYLLYNGS.
Oh my gosh, what the hell is it?
I don't know. Here, let's see if it takes us to the meaning. It took me to Guinness Book of World's Record. Ugh.
Oh no.
No, and don't even tell you how to pronounce it. Huh. Anyway, that's kind of TWY. Right there. You got a pen right there, Evan? Or your phone?
TWN.
YNDYLLYNGS.
Well, Webster says word not found.
Well,
Twin-dillings or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. You go to any Walmart, you're walking out there with a bestie.
That's how to make friends, according to Al.
Yeah. I thought this one would be fun, Evan. The 25 most covered songs in country music history. No, I thought it was all songs. Psst. We'll go through a few. Let me get down. No, there's some good ones.
I did a Google search, and I'm still not getting that word.
How are you spelling it?
The way you told me.
I don't want to. All right, let's do this one instead. 15 signs your family is dysfunctional and it's not your fault.
Oh, this should be good.
Yeah. Your family dealt with addiction issues. Yeah, I think every fucking family has.
Yeah, that's a common one. A lot of families.
Your family was focused on perfectionism.
Yeah.
Yeah, growing up with parents who were always putting pressure on you to succeed and be perfect is crippling.
I mean, you need a parent behind you pushing you, but it can be overboard, you know.
I thought this list was going to be a lot more funnier than it is. Abuse.
Not really.
Your family is codependent.
Yeah.
It says if one or both of your parents made you feel like you had to cater to their needs and feelings while putting yours on the back burner, that's a red flag.
Yeah, that's unhealthy.
Your family has a lack of boundaries.
Well,
Like mom and dad, like crashing through the, just walking in. You're
like Snyder on One Day at a Time.
Yeah,
just blasting in all the time. Like, what the hell?
You're naked eating Skittles and drinking Kool-Aid.
Get your bare ass up in the air in the middle of a piece,
Getting,
It's a bad time.
yeah.
I have a little I need some boundaries.
Yeah.
I need some space.
Your family is all about censorship. What the fuck? Yeah, I didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, if they're telling you all the time, hey, don't tell anybody about this, then there's a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, or can't have different opinions. Your family members didn't spend time together. Well,
Yeah, it's kind of dysfunctional.
yeah, but I think, once you get older and, I mean, you do kind of, shit happens,
Mm-hmm.
People got their own lives to live and everything. And you had to be an adult when you were a kid. Yeah, I know about that one.
That's not cool.
No, I was what do they call those? A latchkey kid?
Latchkey kid?
Latchkey kid. Yeah, because both my parents pretty much worked, and you were and still are infantized by your parents. Oh, that would suck. I would hate for, like, I'm pretty lucky. I'm not looking. I didn't mean it like that, but I mean, my mom was. She was more like a friend, There towards the end, it wasn't. She didn't really get on me for anything. She, I think she was proud of me. So.
It becomes a point where you're grown and you're going to do your own thing. And
Right,
knows that. You're like, well, that's Alan. He's going to do what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And he's 35. I can't correct it now.
Number 10, your parent had an untreated mental illness. I told my mom all the time she was crazier than hell.
No kidding. That's funny. Or not.
The next one, your family is obsessed with keeping secrets. Yeah, I'm not a secret keeper. I'm going to tell you what, if I don't like something or something fucking happens, I'll go on social media with that shit. I don't give two fucks.
You're going to broadcast it.
Man, I don't care. Next one, your family gives you the silent treatment. Try that shit with me. You won't hear from me ever again.
You're like, okay, it's solved.
Yep. Your family seems perfect in public, but not behind closed doors. Yeah, I do know some fake ass people like that.
It's so common. You see all these families, and I got this family diagonally across from me, and you think they're probably perfect family, 4 kids, all that jazz. Looks like they're into sports, all that stuff. You never know what's going on, behind the closed doors. You have no idea. It may look good on the outside.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know. I guess they want you to be envious of their family dynamic and everything when it's really not there.
Mm-hmm.
Your family is always in denial. No, never had to deal with that. My whole family knows I'm an asshole.
There's never been a question.
Never. No denying it at all. I think it says that on my birth certificate. Who writes that on a 3-year-old's birthday card? Thanks, Grandma.
You're a little asshole.
Yeah, I lived with my grandma, so my grandma, boy, she was something else. She was a Baptist. She went to a Baptist church. Oh my goodness, dude. When I started getting to the age where I'd sling a couple cuss words out, she'd call me over to her because she was in a bad wreck and she couldn't get up real good. So she'd call me over and she'd hit me in the side of the leg with either her cane or a shoehorn. So,
Dang.
Yeah.
That'll teach you.
I think that is about it. I wanted to do this list, but I didn't. 19 subtle ways men may disrespect women without realizing it. Yeah, I don't think.
Subtle ways men disrespect women.
Yeah, without realizing it.
Saying stuff like, hey, that's pretty good for a woman.
Not bad, toots.
They don't like that. They don't like that.
No. Yeah, but it almost goes into the list we did a couple weeks ago. Yeah, not being attentive to your needs, not answering his phone when you call. This is the one I was like, look, man, helping out on hormonal days. Well, what do you want me to do? Sit there and hold your hand? Kate Finesse. I knew it was a woman that wrote this story. I knew it. What do you want us men to do when you are doing,
They want you to do the dishes. They want you to vacuum. They want you to clean the house. They want you to get them a heating pad because they got cramps. That's what they want you to do.
Oh, well, I don't know about all that. I got to go work.
They just won't spell it out for you like that, but that's what they want.
Well, see, and then
they want you to do everything so they can lay on the couch.
Yeah, and then they'll get mad when you're like, guys, if you're doing something, if your woman asks you to do something and she's hormonal, we all know what that means. Just do it. Don't make no sounds or anything, because you're done. And she could kill you. I'm just saying.
It's happened before, I
guess.
Good tips there.
Yeah, making comparisons. Yeah, don't ever. If you get in an argument with your woman, one thing you never, ever want to say, gentlemen, we're helping you out here, is, well, my last girlfriend didn't do that, or my last girlfriend did that. That is a no-no.
That's almost like saying, that's not how my mom does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selfish in the bedroom, Evan.
Yeah, that's a bad sign. Always.
It says men and women both enjoy sex, and it is an important part of any romantic relationship. However, it is equally important to make sure that you are paying attention to each other's needs. If a man is self-centered in the bedroom and doesn't make an effort to fulfill woman's needs too, not only does she feel disrespected, it's a huge turnoff. Yeah, and she'll probably start boning your friend.
Yeah.
And nobody wants that.
Yeah, that's not good.
Choosing the boys over you. Now, come on. If he does it every weekend, then yes. But if a guy wants to go fishing with his buddies or go play around the golf or just go have a couple beers and he doesn't do it every weekend, shut up.
Yeah, let him have a life.
Yeah, because he's been stressed all motherfucking week.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't trust him to go out and behave himself, well then,
yeah,
you don't have anything to begin with.
He tries to isolate you. Yeah, nah, that's bad. That's bad. I have never been that dude. I've never sit there and told any woman where she can go, what she can do. I did have one chick that I was dating that her friend was like a hoe. And every time she went out with her, she did hoe shit. So I was like, hey, if you keep hanging out with the hoe, I gotta go.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Man, and I went. So there you go. Those are subtle ways that men disrespect women. Boo, I don't buy any of that. No, I'm kidding.
Sounds legit.
Evan, it's 8:50. Let's get to a little bit of offbeat and weird and wacky news from around the globe.
All right.
A Wells Fargo analyst ordered the same Chipotle burrito bowl 75 times and found the portion problem is real.
It took him 75 tries. Would he take everything home and weigh it out?
I guess so, Evan. I don't know, this idiot. This one comes from Australia. Woman doxes man's address. You know what doxing means, don't you, Evan?
No.
It is when you put somebody's personal info out on the internet.
Oh.
Yeah, so if I like went on Facebook and said Evan Chill Garrison, gave your number and address and everything, that's what it means to be doxed.
I see.
So she doxes this guy. He finds her workplace and gets her fired.
Ooh, well,
nice.
For
it. There's a unique animal farm in Florida, Evan. It is under a building.
An animal farm?
Yes. And it's
Or
under
an ant farm.
It is under a building. No. That's a public building. For $1, Evan, what kind of public building is housing an animal farm? Is it a post office, police station? What is it, Evan?
Oh, let's go with post office. Fine, we'll go with that.
Evan.
That's not the answer. You wouldn't give it to me.
This unique animal farm operates below a Florida jail.
Jail?
Inmates care for the animals at this rescue.
And so these animals don't see the light of day?
Well, a lot of them are like, yeah, they do. They're like hurt, and the prisoners bring them back, where they can be released back into the wild.
I see.
I think that's pretty cool, man.
That is cool. Unheard of.
A Thai teacher caught live streaming underskirt while teaching.
She had OnlyFans going at the same time for up her skirt while she's in the classroom?
I think so, Evan. Let's dig into this one. The Teachers Council of Thailand banned a teacher from her profession after she live streamed under her skirt while teaching children at a primary school.
That's brilliant.
Bigo, BIGO, live. Viewers and followers can send gifts to a streamer if they like to. So it probably is like an OnlyFans, but in Thailand. So there you go. Huh. You can't do that and teach, which that sucks. I was going to go Facebook Live tomorrow and wear some short shorts and bend all over cars, and there goes that idea.
Supplementing their income. That's
hey.
It's efficient.
Korean robot commits suicide after a year in public service.
That is awesome. I like to hear that.
Yeah, we'll get into this one, Evan. According to witnesses, the robot had been circling in one place for some time before jumping indicated that something had gone wrong. but the circumstances of the incident are still under investigation. The robot was one of the first such creations to be hired by the mayor's office. Since 2023, it has been helping employees with daily document delivery, advertising, and providing information to local residents.
Wow.
The robot was
Finally
created.
had enough.
Yeah, the robot was created by Bear Robotics, had its own civil servant card, and worked standard hours from 9 to 9. Unlike other similar robots, this one served several floors at once and could call an elevator to get them on its own. But this time, Evan, he opened the elevator doors on his own and plunged to his robotic death.
Nice.
Sometimes that's how I feel.
Well, this AI is so out of control. It's scary. And it's growing at an exponential rate where you can't, like I said before, you can't trust anything you see. And now, all these robots are taking over. I've seen some of these that the police dogs, how they developed over the last 10 years. Where they could barely walk before, but you see now what they are doing. These things are jumping. They're jumping rope. We got robots that are jumping rope and stuff like that, and it's scary, man. What do you do when one of these comes after you?
Yeah. Ooh, what do you think about this? Restaurant says men must be 35, women must be 30 to enter.
Really?
Yeah. Where is this?
What's the deal?
St. Louis. Wow. Turning 18, 21 are rites of passage that let young people go to certain places they couldn't before. But one restaurant near St. Louis is up in the ante. A new upscale restaurant in Missouri called Bliss has quite the age restriction. Huh? Lost Evan. Chilio. Well, we'll finish this out. Florida man arrested after shooting, destroying Walmart delivery drone. You there, Evan?
I'm back.
Okay. You missed that one. Florida man arrested after shooting, destroying Walmart delivery drone.
He shot a drone?
Yes.
Walmart is really using drones to deliver stuff?
Yeah, I guess so.
Huh. I remember when Amazon talked about that a couple years ago.
That was in Orlando, Florida. Locals concerned about naked man in ski mask allegedly scaring and chasing people. Hey, don't be scared.
That is scary.
Yeah, don't be scared.
He's naked and wearing a mask.
If you're stupid, you're more likely to suffer stroke, study finds.
That's not nice.
Not at all.
There's a whole lot of factors that would be involved in that.
Canadian man makes history after receiving 0 election votes. I am the true unity candidate.
Yeah, you brought nobody together. Not a one, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah. The people don't want to be united, apparently.
No, they
people have
don't.
spoken.
Well, I think that is it. We'll go and check with Dave real quick with a bozo criminal of the day. our buddy Dave Moreland at bozocriminal.com. Be sure to drop him a message and tell him you hear his news all the time on the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show. This citizen called to report the resident next door was on fire, Evan, and she knew exactly what had happened. She told the cops that her bozo showed up on her security camera approaching the property's fence with a 5-gallon gas can in hand. He jumped the fence, poured the gas around the 3 vehicles that were parked in the driveway. Then he struck a match. The gas ignited the cars and quickly spread to the house. But unfortunately, it also ignited our bozo. Video shows him hopping around trying to extinguish the flames before jumping the fence again and speeding away in a truck parked just down the street.
I guess he got the flames out.
The cars and the residence belonged to his ex-girlfriend, who was not injured.
We're going to jail for arson.
Yep. Yeah. Boy.
What a jackass.
Yeah, big time. Big time. No one's seen... Oh,
is that attempted murder? Somebody's in a house and you set it on fire?
Yeah, that is. That is attempted murder. All right, gang. Well, shit, it looks like show 127 is in the books.
Wow, 127.
Already. And we're going to do maybe another show or two, and then we are going to take just a small summer break. And Evan's got a big trip, and when he gets back, we'll see. You know how it is. Taking a big trip, you kind of want a little time to unwind. So, we will take a few weeks off and then get back at it. But we still got a few more shows for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a couple more weeks.
Yeah, so, when we get a little closer, we'll let you know what's going on. And, shit, you never know. Something new might happen when we come back. I know the last time we took a little break, at the time we were doing 2 podcasts, and we kind of combined them into one. So, you never know what's going to freaking happen. So,
yeah.
Anyway, Evan, tell these beautiful people goodbye.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us. Try and enjoy your week. It's 4th of July coming up, so get out there and enjoy your illusion of freedom and celebrate and take the day off or whatever. And it's all good.
That's right.
I'm just being a jackass. Anyway, enjoy it, everyone.
Gang, we love you. Peace. Be good to one another. Have a great and safe 4th of July. Light them fireworks on the ground. Don't hold them. You're too old to be losing fingers. If you drink responsibly. If you're a friend of mine, you saw what that means. You got to wear a bicycle helmet while you are consuming liquor. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for being understanding. And you guys we had great numbers last week. And I expected again this week. You guys always come through for us. And we appreciate you. We'll see you next Monday, hopefully. The only reason we're a day late is because this grass pollen has been stupid. Nevin, I know you hadn't been feeling good, but even last night, dude, I was laying in bed, not bread. I took a loaf of white bread and laid it on the floor and laid in it. But man,
he's in bread.
Yeah, I was so stuffed up last night. So I'd have done that show. Yeah, I'm kind of still a little stuffy, but not too bad.
Yeah, I just had that nose just drip where it just drips like a faucet. Like this, will this stop? It finally does. I took the night before last took one of those NyQuil nighttime things, one of those capsules.
Oh yeah,
not into that really, but good stuff. I wish I had the liquid stuff. That stuff will knock your ass out.
Yeah, well, yeah, do like 3 big old swigs of it. Anyway, gang, man, you guys have a great holiday. We love you. Peace. Be good to one another. We'll catch you next week on episode 128 of the Al from D-Town and Chili 442 Show. Peace.
Yeah.